Hey, welcome to the first episode of the Music Origin series as I do a commentary about my first release of music entitled Forget and the meaning and inspiration behind it. The EP or mini album as a whole basically sums up what I have been going through during this season, and it reflects my current state of being. It has been quite a challenge keeping myself whole during this quarantine without me spacing out or having a breakdown, and that's basically it for the album. Let's get on the first track, which is the title track Forget. It was created out of boredom, and it was the very first track from the album that was finished. It was made on June 30 at around 2 in the morning because I could not get myself to fall asleep and decided to create some basic chord progressions and melodies. I then decided to add some static or background noise and lower the tempo to at least give it a melancholic vibe into it. When I first listened to the whole thing, it felt sad, to me at least. It's like having a heartbreak, then you decide to forget that person, but it hurts to even think about forgetting that person. Next up is Abandon. The guitar melody at the beginning was created I think around December of last year, and it was supposed to be a tropical house dance music for another version of one of my songs that has been archived at the moment. Like the first track, I lowered the tempo and added some background noise to give it a melancholic feel. Whenever the first track was about to end, I always prepare myself for this track because the intro just hits me differently. It feels sad, for the lack of better words, and overall, as the title implies, it gives off the sadness caused by abandonment. Hey, quarantine gave me that feeling. Third track, Sleepless. It is what I was going through when finishing this album. Yup, you've guessed it, Sleepless. The beginning was created around January this year during the break time of my college's cheer dance practice, and the reason behind it being added to this track is the same reason behind this EP. Yup, Sleepless. Random. Prior to making this EP, at around April or May, I wanted to create something like an East Asian sound, like that of the sound of the kutin instrument of China, and ended up creating the intro for this song. I tried, and just like Sleepless, this track sums up how I did this album. Random. Next up is my favorite track, Down. The intro of this track was created last year, I forgot the month, and it reminded me of like a soundtrack of a slice of life genre of an anime. The reason why it was entitled as Down was because whenever I hear this song, it reminds me of simple things and the simple way of living. Like it keeps me grounded. The orchestral part was really not intentional, but I really wanted to try making one of those epic battle music I find on YouTube. As a result, Down is completed. The last track, Midnight, is a track that reminds me of the simple joys in life and hope. Midnight is my peak time, where I tend to think of a lot of things. It gives me a time to reflect, even though I should be sleeping at that time. There were a lot of times in my life that I could not put myself to sleep, that's why I ended up overthinking and having a breakdown all of a sudden. But with Midnight, the track, I stay up late to think of life and hope. and just be grateful for being alive. That pretty much sums up everything. Bonus info. I finished all of the tracks, although not everything from scratch, in less than 24 hours before my 20th birthday. Well, this EP is my birthday gift to myself. I hope you enjoyed this commentary just as I did, and have learned a tad bit of information about my music. What did you feel when you listened to my album? Let me know in the comment section below, and you might consider subscribing to my channel to get updates. Music and more coming soon. Bye bye!